Here at the BildBet German Masters, part of the Bet Victor European Series, where Dominic Dale has just won a deciding frame to edge Stephen Maguire 5-4 to reach the last 16. That break at the end, nerves of steel, Dominic.
I don't know about that. You've got to understand, I mean, obviously all the snooker clubs are closed now. I've got to say a big thank you to Paul and Anne Strafford for opening up for me so I can have a couple of hours here and there. But of course, my table's like a block of ice, the balls are like ice cubes, and the table's so slow and heavy, understandably, because the club's shut down completely, so there's no heating on. And it's just so I can turn my arm over and really try and get a modicum of sort of form back, really. And coming here, I think a lot of us are short of practice. I thought Stephen might have played all right because he's got a unit to play in and things are a little bit easier for him. But yeah, I've got a reasonable head-to-head with him. I don't think I'm ahead on the head-to-heads, but I've beaten him a few times. I thought I could, if he makes a few mistakes, I'd have a chance.
And you must be very pleased with your performance to get over the line and beat a player of Stephen's calibre.
Definitely. I mean, to beat any top 16 player is always a feather in anybody's cap. You have to expect that you're going to have to play well to do it. And if chances are afforded to you, you're going to have to take them and make the most of them. And fortunately, in that decided frame, I managed to make a frame-winning break, or a match-winning break. Goodness knows how, but I did.
Fantastic. Looking slightly earlier in the game, the fourth frame looked like a really crucial one for I was sitting. Stephen had opportunities to take it and go 3-1 up, but you managed to get that frame, and you look very happy with that at the interval, it has to be said.
Well, yeah, because it kept me in the match. I had chances to win the first frame. It's the simplest pink you've ever seen in your life, just out of form. And, I've managed to win the third frame to go from 2-0 to 2-1, and then, of course, I think I was 61 behind with 51 on or something like that, and I managed to get a couple of snookers, and he hit the black on one occasion. That really did help me. It just meant that I needed one more snooker, and I left him what to me was a rather innocuous snooker, an escape from one, and he did hit it, but he went in off, and the yellow went into bulk and had the chance to land on the green in order to cannon the blue off the side cushion, and that worked out like a charm, and managed to keep my nerve and make the clearance.
Perfect. Now, some of the bigger names have gone. Obviously, you've just knocked out Stephen Maguire. We saw Sean Murphy go earlier on as well. Does it spur you on and give you real hope for the rest of this tournament that some of those bigger names aren't in that last 16 that you are?
Yeah, possibly. You can bet your life that the guys in the top 16 that have won will be in my half of the draw. But it does. It makes you think, well, hang on a minute. It looks as though that some of the top guys haven't been able to practice as much as they'd like, and if I can just do something. But we're all in the same boat. If I'd have lost that match, I wouldn't have been too harsh on myself and think, I threw this frame away and what did I play that shot for? You can't be like that, because when you're short of practice and you're not cueing well, when the pressure's on, it's going to tell. And I missed a red in one of the corner pockets. It didn't go in, and I couldn't believe it. I missed a red, and I was playing for the blue and the black that were in bulk, and the red didn't go in, and I was astounded. I thought I potted it, and it didn't go in, and I was so shocked. And that's what can happen when you're out of form.
Certainly can. Talking of big players, you've got Ding Junhui in the next round.
Oh,
China's
there you go.
number
So
one.
then. Yeah.
You've beaten him on the last two occasions that you've played.
Have I?
You certainly have.
Right.
Are we going to make that 3?
Well, I'll be trying. He beat, you must have won 5-4 against Kasper Flipiak. Yeah, right, okay. You do look at scores and who somebody's played, and if it's only 5-4, you might think, well, maybe somebody lower down the rankings and it's only 5-4, you might think, it wasn't, they haven't performed at their best. But Kasper's a very capable player. But I will have a look at his match score later on in my hotel room just to see what breaks he was making and get an idea of how he's playing before I play him, because if I can glean any confidence from that, I shall.
Well done today, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cheers, Dominic.